Hello, everybody, and welcome back to All the Mods 5. Last episode, we got means of flight, and we got our storage system. So that is going to make doing things a lot easier. But now that we actually have the means to, craft stuff and build a bunch of really cool stuff, we need the space to do it. So in today's episode, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be expanding the base. In between episodes, I built this little shaft here. So just preparation, because this is, all I did here was just dig it out, and that's boring. You guys don't need to see any of that. But yeah, basically we just have this elevator shaft, and we're going to build an elevator in it. Now, you may be wondering, how am I going to build an elevator that moves down this entire shaft? Well, the answer to that is we're going to use the Create mod. Now, the Create mod is kind of hard to explain, but basically uses rotating shafts and gears and stuff to move blocks around, and it provides us with materials and blocks that we can use to make an elevator that goes up and down a shaft like this. So as you can see, I've already crafted all the items and stuff that you need for this. I don't think I've crafted everything, but in between episodes I was playing around with it, so I did do some crafting. So I do have some of the stuff I already made, but all you really need to know about this is it uses a stuff called andesite alloy, which is just, iron nuggets or zinc nuggets with andesite. It's just a material that's like an andesite based thing. It's not really that important, but it is what kind of everything from this mod uses. So I think what I'm going to do first actually is pretty up this mine shaft here, the walls of this, because it's all kind of stone and looks ugly, and it'd be nice if it's just brick all the way down. So let's do that real quick. Okay, so now we've dug out the walls here, and we just need to fill it up with some basalt bricks. Okay, so the elevator shaft is all looking nice now. It's a little dark. I'm gonna have to do something for the lighting, but it looks pretty nice. I still haven't done anything down here, but I'll get to that once the elevator itself is done. But as you can see, the way it's gonna work is it's gonna be 2 blocks wide. So when it goes and comes down here, it will be perfectly level with here. You can just walk off, and when it comes up, I'll make it so that it stops right at the floor here, and you'll be able to get on, and I'll make a mechanism to call it and everything. You guys you'll see it when it's all finished. So what I think I'm going to use for lighting is actually these inverted white lamps, which are kind of bright white lights that I think would look good with the style of the base. Alright, so now we got some lighting, and that looks pretty cool. So now that our elevator shaft is all prettied up, I think it's time to actually make the mechanism for the elevator. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to start at the bottom here, where we're going to make the actual platform that goes up and down. So now to make the platform, we're going to need these things called linear chassis. And without going into too much detail, basically the way it works is I can make a 3x3 platform like this, and what I can do is get some slime balls and make them all sticky. So now these, when they are moved up and down, they will push or pull any blocks that are on top of it. But to move this entire platform up and down, I'm gonna need another linear chassis right here to grab all of these. Now I actually kind of screwed this up here because I also need to make this sticky in order to pull these along up and down. So I had to kind of waste a slime ball there, but it's not a big deal. And then what we can do is just place whatever we want as the floor on top of this. Now I kind of want to use brick, but I feel like I should use a different material. I'm kind of tempted to use these marble bricks as the floor and maybe do like some marble stripes in here, do kind of like a black and white feel to it. I don't know, it'd be kind of a classic look, but I might be able to pull it off. Let's make the door frame here out of marble bricks. Yeah, so now I have this door frame here, and I think what I could do is I could do like a stripe around. That'd be kind of cool. Yeah, like that. Now what I could do is I can add one of these white stripes every time there's a light. Ooh. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with that. I added a nice little white stripe every time there's a light, and I kind of moved the lights around, so there's only 3 lights now, so it's all properly lit, so it doesn't really make a difference. And it's all even. These are all evenly spaced. I made sure these are all nice and even, so it doesn't look too weird. They also come to the middle block on the doorway on both the top and the bottom. So nice little OCD-proof elevator shaft here. Okay, so I think I've decided for the elevator floor, I'll just use this basalt because it looks different than the walls and stuff, and it's not too, you know, I don't want to add too much white here because I kind of want white to be like a little accent. Just a disclaimer, I'm not exactly an interior designer or really a designer of any kind. I'm kind of doing my best and I'm really trying. It might not look the best, but feel free to give me some suggestions in the comments if you have any ideas of how I can improve this and make it look better. I'm always open to suggestions. Alright, so now I'm going to make the actual mechanism that is going to raise and lower this thing. So first of all, we need some form of power, some form of rotational energy that's going to pull this thing up and let it go down and all that stuff. So for that, we are going to go with basically what we have outside, and that's the water wheels. These are water wheels from the Create mod, not the Immersive Engineering mod, so they are a little bit different, obviously, because they serve a different purpose, but they're still water wheels, and they kind of do work in a similar way with how you're supposed to get water to flow around them. I can just place 3 right here like this, and then I can get some water, and then place them right on top like this. And now water is flying off the top, coming down, and then going under the bottom in this this C shape. You can't really see it too well, but it's a C shape going around the water wheel, and this now we can connect to a shaft like so, and you can see that the shaft spins with the water wheel, so we can just kind of run this all the way over here where we're going to put the mechanism. So the actual thing that's going to raise and lower the platform is going to be this rope pulley. So we can just place this rope pulley directly above where this piece is here, because this is what's going to be, you know, lifted and lowered with the elevator. So now basically the way this will work is when the shaft here spins one way, it will lower the rope, and when it spins the other way, it will raise the rope. So that means we're going to need to find a way to change the actual direction that the shaft is turning. Luckily, there's another block for that, and that is a gear shift. Now, a gear shift we can place right onto here. I won't be able to show this right now, but basically what will happen is when it's given a redstone signal, it will reverse the direction that the shaft is spinning. So we can, you know, when it's given a redstone signal, it will go, the elevator will go up, and when the redstone signal is released, then the elevator will go down. Now there'll be a way. I'll do it later. You guys will see a little bit into the video. I will set up a system that's going to be able to power this, so I can, you know, call the elevator, or, you know, move the elevator with just a push of a button. So just you guys will see how that works. But for now, we just need to get the shaft, and we need to run it over here. So I think the way that I'm gonna do that is I'm gonna give myself some more space over here, probably. So we're just gonna need all this stuff with the shafts. Now, fortunately, the mod does also offer these other blocks called gearboxes, and all these do is they can change the direction that your shaft is going. So pretty simple. So I can run it this way now, and then what I can do is when we get over here, I can run it here, and actually what I could do instead of this is, I did not mean to mine that with my hammer, but I can run it straight down. Yeah, that'll work perfectly, because you gotta get these, there's vertical and horizontal, whether or not you want to, you know, just change its direction, or you want it to be going up or down or whatever. So you can do that, and then I can bring it down. Then I can use another gearbox. Oh wait, that's the wrong gearbox. Get another vertical gearbox, like so. And I'm gonna need more shafts. I'm gonna need one more shaft. I could probably figure out a way to make this need less, but I'm gonna need more anyway, probably in the future, so we'll make more. Oh, I have more. Awesome. So now what we can do, just put another gearbox, and then boom. So now It is currently spinning in the direction where it won't lower the rope. So now what we need to do in order to lower the rope is we're just going to place a lever on this for now. And when we flip it, see, it will change the direction and the rope will start to lower. This is incredibly slow. I'm sure there's ways to speed this up, but for now, this will work. I guess in the future, I'll make you know, something that will make this spin a little bit faster. I'm sure that there might be, maybe if I free up some space around it, it'll go faster. I'm not really sure. I could probably find another source of power for this in the future, but for now, we're just gonna do with this. So now this rope, it's a little buggy with the rendering when it's moving, but it's gonna come down, and as it comes down, it will eventually come in contact with the linear chassis here once it reaches the bottom, which is kind of hard to see because of the way this is rendering weirdly, but there it goes. It reached the bottom. Now these are all solid blocks, so I won't have that rendering problem when it's not moving. So yeah, now it should have grabbed it. Now, if I did this correctly, when I flip this lever, it should... No, it's not. I think I know why. See, what I need to do is I need to actually adjust this so it's only reaching out 3 blocks, because these do actually, you know, like this is currently reaching up 8. I could probably set this to 1. Just put it to default because I don't think there'll be any problem with it. But yeah, so I just needed to set this to only reach out 3 blocks, because if it's trying to reach out more, it'll start trying to bring up the rest of the base here. So just kind of like a smart little way of making sure that it only pulls up what you want it to pull up. All right, so now if we flip this lever up here, then the platform will start to move up. It's a little obnoxious that this string doesn't work properly, like with the rendering, but that's not too much of a problem. I can get over that. So this will slowly start to move up. Now I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to just get some of these vertical slabs, which are very nice to have, by the way. And I'm going to place them here and here, just so once the platform reaches this level, it won't move up anymore, because it will just continue to move up until it's either blocked or it reaches the rope pulley. It reaches the top. So we'll put those there so that it'll just automatically be halted as soon as it reaches. And you guys will see that as soon as it hits. Just like that. And now it's up here. And then I could, you know, flip the lever and it will start to lower me down. I'm going to leave it up for the... Oh. Okay, well that's not supposed to happen. It is pulling the slabs with it. Okay, so now I've got the elevator properly functioning, and it's a little slow, but I think in between this episode and the next episode, I will figure out how to make this faster. But for now, it's working. So now what I need to do is make it so that you can actually control this elevator without having to go up in the where the mechanism is itself. Okay, so it's just now occurring to me that one of the things I'm going to need to make to transmit the redstone signal wirelessly from, you know, where I push the button to where it's going to be, you know, toggling the elevator to go up and down is I'm gonna need this redstone link, which requires these brass sheets, which I need a metal press for. So, looks like we're making a metal press. Metal press should be fairly easy if we get the engineer's... do I even have it? No, if we get an engineer's manual, we'll be able to see exactly... There we go, the metal press. So this is how we make the metal press right here. It's a nice simple multi-block. So we need 2 steel scaffolding. And for that, we're gonna need steel, aren't we? Oh, you know what? I just realized. RF Tools has a redstone transmitter that doesn't require all of that stuff. So we're gonna go with this instead. It does the same thing. We're just gonna make 3 of these. Or actually, I need 2 transmitters and 1 receiver, right? Alright, so now we got 2 transmitters and a receiver. So now, along with the wireless transmitters and receivers and stuff, we're also gonna need this power toggle latch. And basically, what this does is it kind of just acts like a T flip-flop in the form of just like a repeater. So just basically the way it works here, if I put it down, put a button on there like this, when we flip the button, it will toggle it on, and when we flip it again, it will toggle it off. Okay, so now the way that this works is when a button is pushed, like down here, the redstone signal will be sent into a transmitter, and then the receiver, which is linked to the transmitter, right up here, will get the signal. It will go through this toggle latch, and it will basically just toggle whether the elevator is going up or down. So if we need to cover this up here. Now, if we're standing in the elevator and we press the button, it will go down. And now all I need to do is just add another button at the bottom. Now the reason why this is good is if this goes all the way down to the bottom and I'm up here because I teleport up here or I get up here through other means, like I fly up here or something and I want to bring the elevator up, I can press this button again and it will bring the elevator back up. And so every time a button is pressed, it will toggle it to go either up or down. Okay, so now I've installed a button at the bottom here. So if I'm at the bottom and I just go in the elevator, press the button, it takes me all the way up. Very slowly, but still does take me up. So now because this is so slow, I think I'm just going to go ahead and leave this at the bottom so I can just fly up and down for right now. I'll make it faster in the future so I can actually use it, but we'll just fly up and down for the moment. Alright, so I think what I'm going to do first is take care of this lava situation here. I think what I'll start out by doing is just putting some glass around it so you can, see the lava kind of in the same way that you can see the lava up at the top of the base. Because I kind of want this to be like a consistent theme, going around the base, is being able to see this pillar of lava. So I think one thing I'm going to try to do is kind of do something similar to what's at the top here, but maybe a little bit bigger. So I'm still going to go with this circular style here, but I think what I'll do is I'll just make it bigger, really. I'll just expand it out, bigger radius circle, I guess. I think one thing I'll have to do is kind of mine around this elevator to kind of just put it in the middle of the area. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is figure out how big I want the radius of the circle to be. So I guess I'm going to use this side to try to guess, because I want to make it so that the elevator is not like too far in, close to the middle, kind of close enough to the wall. I don't really know. I'm kind of just winging most of this, but we'll see how this goes. Alright, so I think the radius I'm going to work with is 30, because from the center to the back of this tunnel is 30 blocks, and it's kind of a really big area. It is probably overkill, and I probably don't need this much space, but you never know. I might need the space, so we're gonna dig it out anyway. Okay, so now I've got tunnels on the 4 corners all dug out here. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to dig this out, and I'll see you guys when I just have this whole thing circled out, and it's just gonna be a big circle. I'm gonna leave it 3 blocks high for now. I'll probably make it higher, but I'll see you guys when I'm finished with all of this digging. Alright, so it looks like we're all finished down here. We have this nice big circle area. It is quite big. It's definitely big enough for what we're going to use it for. So for now, I think I'm going to leave this episode here. I think in between episodes what I'll do is I'll decorate this whole area. I'll get new floors and walls and everything, and I'll raise the ceiling and put an actual ceiling in, and it'll look nice, and it will be a space that I can actually use by the time you guys see this again. So thank you everybody so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Not too much done, just the elevator and digging out this massive area, but this area did take a lot of time to dig out, and I still have way more to do, and putting it in this episode would just I'd be recording for a very long time, and it's not really something that I'm willing to do right now. So thank you everybody so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Goodbye.